Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dr. Claudia Albers, Planet X research and professional physicist. And today I'd like to bring to you another one of my articles. This one is entitled, Is Dark Matter Engulfing the Sun and the Earth? Now, an article entitled Our Sun is Currently Engulfed by a Hurricane of Dark Matter has recently appeared. The article states that the Sun is engulfed in a stellar stream of dark matter and that the Earth is thus inside a dark matter storm. This sounds a lot like what is happening to the Earth as a result of the Planet X system stellar cores, which have brought a large amount of debris into the solar system, which has been affecting our planet in greater and greater ways. Does this therefore mean that dark matter and stellar core matter is one and the same thing? And is this disclosure as to what is occurring to the solar system? Well, if it is, then dark matter engulfing the Sun would be the cause behind the Sun's increased weakness, which has been observed in spacecraft and satellite images for many years now. And you can see that in these SDO images. This one's from 2011, this one in 2017. And you can see how much smaller the corona is in 2017 and how much darker the Sun seems to be in 2017 than it was in 2011. Now, dark matter is matter with mass that does not emit light and is weakly interacting, and is thus just about impossible to detect. The need for hypothesizing the existence of dark matter arose out of the perceived observation that the speed of stars in galaxies does not drop off with radial distance from the center of the galaxy, as gravitational law described by Kepler's laws would predict. So here is the predictions given by Kepler's laws, where the velocity, or you have the velocity plotted here on the y-axis and radius from the center of the galaxy on the x-axis. So if you plot the rotational speed, or it's the speed at which the stars are moving with distance from the center of the galaxy, they should drop off, the speed should drop off. But this is actually what is measured. You can see it looks like a straight line, so the speeds don't drop off. It is thus believed that stars do not orbit the center of the galaxy and that there is much more matter beyond the edge of the galaxy that is not being observed, which then causes stars to move much faster than predicted. Since this matter is not observed, it became known as dark matter. The problem is that even with more mass, the speeds would drop off eventually, and there does not seem to be any decreasing trend at all, even at 50 kiloparsecs. Here's 50 kiloparsecs. When a typical galaxy is only 30 kiloparsecs in radius, the typical galaxy will end here, at least the visible part. Although the Milky Way, our own galaxy, is only 16 kiloparsecs in radius, our own galaxy will only go up to there. And you can see in this diagram what our galaxy looks like. It's 50 light years, actually 52 light years in radius, but 52 light years is 16 kiloparsecs. That's 16,000 parsecs. 1 parsec is 3.26 light years. However, the speed of these stars is determined from measuring the redshift of the emitted light. The accepted theory on redshift is that it is all due to the recessional velocity of the stars. However, as Halton Arp has shown in his book Seeing Red, redshift is actually an intrinsic property of matter and has to do with the age of the matter. In other words, the younger the matter, the greater will be its redshift. And this is an illustration of Alton Arp's argument. And it's very simple. If redshift was to do with recessional velocity and therefore distance, then you could never have low redshift objects connected to high redshift objects because they would be at different distances from Earth. But here we see the exact opposite of that. We have the spiral galaxy NGC 4319 with redshift of 0.006 connected to a quasar, and that's Markarian 205 with redshift of 0.07. And it clearly connected. You can see the luminous bridge across from one to the other. So you see it in the red, you see it in the green. These objects are obviously connected. So this falsifies the Big Bang model, which states that higher redshift objects are moving away from the Earth faster and have to thus be further away, because the universe is expanding as a result of having exploded into being 18 billion years ago. Now, observation of Planet X system stellar cores in the Sun's corona has revealed that the gravitational constant G in Newton's universal law of gravitation is dependent on the photon energy contained inside the particles making up a star. And you may look at article 210 entitled Stellar Core Gravity, Tidal, and G is not constant. Thus, because stars use up energy as they age, younger stars will have more energy than older stars, and therefore younger stars will have higher redshifts than older stars. Also, larger stars will have cores capable of generating more energy than smaller ones, and will thus also most likely have higher redshifts than smaller ones. So the measured constant redshift with radial distance, which we saw in the diagram above, actually shows that all the stars in the galaxy at different radii are of about the same age and have about the same energy and therefore the same redshift. Thus, the observation does not mean that the universe is made of mostly mass that no one can detect. It simply means that the interpretation of redshift as recessional velocity is wrong, in agreement with Halton Arp's observations. Now, the idea that the Sun is being affected by material from outside the solar system has merit, since there is evidence that the Planet X system stellar cores are bringing large amounts of debris, a large percentage of which is low-energy dust, into the solar system, and that this dust is affecting our planet. These objects come in as comets surrounded by clouds of debris and have thus been filling the inner solar system with this debris for thousands of years. And you may look at article 435 entitled Planet X Debris Filling the Solar System. Sun is now a dark star. This dust has filled the Sun's corona, whilst the stellar cores and their debris have absorbed the Sun's supply of electrons to the point that it can no longer emit visible light. And you may look at article 418 entitled Planet X Dust, Replacing the Sun's Corona and Earth's Atmosphere. And here you see a stereo HI-1A image from January of 2013, where we see a large stellar core coming in towards the Sun, and it's surrounded by a huge amount of debris, a huge cloud of debris. And some of the debris pieces are absolutely huge as well. Now, some of the debris pieces appear to almost be in physical contact with the object. But if you look closely, this one is actually in front, slightly in front. Nevertheless, they are huge. And you may look at Article 424 and Article 425, where I talk about the data concerning this object in detail and how large it actually is. It turned out to seem to be larger than the Sun. Now, stellar core matter is low in energy and will thus not emit light until it makes contact with star systems that are not energy depleted. So in this way, stellar core matter is similar to dark matter. However, stellar core matter acts as if it has very little mass because its gravitational influence is very low as a result of its energy depleted state, indicating that it is quite different from dark matter, which is supposed to have a normal mass and a normal gravitational influence associated to its mass. However, it is possible that the idea of the solar system being invaded by dust and debris from the comets or Planet X objects that have been bringing it in for thousands of years is a type of disclosure of the truth. And in this way, we could see the use of dark matter as a way of describing the stellar core matter that is invading the solar system and affecting our planet to a greater and greater extent. This debris has most likely so filled the inner solar system that it has most likely turned into one large debris field, which the Earth seems to now be moving through. The large quantity of stellar core matter is entering the Earth's atmosphere and absorbing energy from the Earth, thus giving rise to strangely colored skies and luminescent clouds, which emit bright colors of light such as pink, purple, blue, yellow, and red. And you can see some of these are luminescent clouds. This comes from a video by Mr. MBB333. The different colors that you see here, you see pink, peach, yellow, orange, blue, almost purple, in a dark purple. And so these different colors come from different parts of the cloud. So these cannot be due to the cloud being illuminated by different colors, because the sources of those colors would have to be below the cloud. This is the bottom of the cloud that we see here. We can see higher altitude cloud here, but it seems to be blue, so it seems to be emitting light as well. And you may look at article 409 entitled Planet X System Dust Creating Red Skies. And here you see some photographs showing what our skies are looking like now. This is not normal. This is from Maine. You can see the ocean there. And you can see the ocean looks purple or pink. This pink, this purple. The clouds look dark purple. There is some yellowish color there. And here we can see pink and blue mainly. And this is not normal. And this one is most likely due to stellar cores having absorbed material, which now allows them to emit these colors and illuminate the atmosphere. And that is because we don't actually see clouds emitting different colors like we do here. These clouds seem to actually be emitting this light. You can see it's mixed in. We have blue here, pink there. So these don't look like they are being illuminated by light sources emitting these colors. They look like the clouds themselves are actually emitting these colors, so they're luminescent clouds. Whilst here, it may be that what we actually have is an object, very large object, just beyond the Earth's atmosphere, actually emitting these colors, like an object like, say, Jupiter, which would have a pink stripe, purple stripe. Is actually emitting these colors, including some yellow there, or it could be different objects, but they are beyond these clouds. And the clouds look dark purple, most likely because most of the light entering the atmosphere is actually in this color. It's not white light, it's pink and purple light. Hence, dark matter storm affecting the Earth sounds like disclosure, but dark matter is low interacting matter and will thus not have any effect on the Earth, while stellar core matter, on the other hand, which initially has very low gravitational influence, is certainly not low interacting, as it causes celestial objects with the ability to generate energy to generate and radiate more and more of it. Stellar core matter reaching the Earth thus causes the Earth to warm up at all levels, as the energy from inside the Earth flows toward the top of the atmosphere. This causes magma inside the Earth to heat up and thus increases volcanic activity as well as seismic activity. Stellar cores approaching the Earth also have enough gravitational influence to cause fissures to open, extremely high and low tides, and gigantic rogue waves to occur. And you may look at article 440 entitled Planet X Causing Destructive Rogue Waves. So in conclusion, when redshift is correctly interpreted as an intrinsic property of matter associated to the gravitational photon energy of a star, rather than as due to recessional velocity, the constant redshift of stars at increasing radii from the center of a galaxy means that all these stars are of about the same age and thus have about the same energy. In addition, an article suggesting that dark matter is engulfing the sun and describing the Earth as being inside a dark matter storm sounds like disclosure of what is actually occurring. In other words, that the sun is being engulfed by a large amount of debris coming from the Planet X system and brought in by the stellar cores, which come to the sun surrounded in huge clouds of debris. But dark matter is low interacting matter, whilst stellar core matter is not, and is thus having profound effects on our planet. And these are the references. This is Dr. Claudia Albers, Planet X physicist. Thank you for watching.